So I was just about to put the last panel on, where I noticed a bit of plastic on the other side, the underside, that I hadn't noticed on any of the other pieces. And there's plastic there. So now I have plastic on 3 other pieces on the roof. I'm gutted. But hey ho. One more sheet to go and then we're done. Ideal.
You there, Dodo? Dodo?
It was always on fire, our house, our dreams. We were dancing on a wire, reckless it seemed. We found holes in these walls, we liked what we saw. Seems so strong until it falls, the final straw. Oh, I never felt like this before. When I was struck, you showed an open door. Living in a dark, clouded haze, we danced, we fought. We were bound to make mistakes, real love, we thought.
Good evening, guys. It is absolutely glorious here today. After so long of rain, it just feels so wonderful to have this warm sunshine again. I feel myself coming back to life. And as you can see, the garden is also very much alive. It has been very abandoned. These yellow flowers are utterly beautiful, but they are all weeds and they need to come out. And the veggie garden is also in a pretty similar state. So this evening we are finally going to do some work on the garden. There's quite a bit to harvest, loads of broad beans and some beetroots that need to come up. And then this morning we went to our favourite shop ever, Mina Planta in Castelo Branco. It's just a beautiful garden centre, and we've bought a load of plug plants because I also haven't really seeded very much this year. But just very quickly before we do get in the garden, I'd just like to quickly tell you about NordVPN because they are very kindly sponsoring today's video. NordVPN's mission is to make the internet a better place, one free from online threats, censorship and surveillance, and you can be safer online with a single click. Recently, social media sites like Instagram have become hotbeds for cybercriminals that are trying to steal people's data by using malicious links that they get you to sign up to either get your passwords or your bank details. And NordVPN's threat protection feature can save you from visiting phishing websites and will notify you if you enter a page that is known for fraud or for scamming people. But on a more positive note, another benefit of using a VPN is that you can can change your location. So for example, we can't watch certain shows because we're now in Portugal and not the UK, and we absolutely love, there's a TV show on Channel 5 called All Creatures Great and Small that we couldn't watch until we set our NordVPN location as Manchester, and then we were able to watch it. Would highly recommend if you're looking for a really nice TV show to watch. You can use one account for up to 10 devices, and we have a great deal for you guys in which you can get 4 months extra on a 2-year plan using our link in the description below or visiting nordvpn.com/FrankieOG. And it's risk-free because NordVPN have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you've got nothing to lose. And now we're going to go back to the garden. Okay, I'm just going to start with harvesting a load of broad beans because there's a lot of them. Oh, hello, Joao. A lot of them got damaged in the wind and fell over and snapped, but they're still growing nicely. It's a very long one. And this one. So that is a pretty good haul. There's still loads on the plants that I'm just going to leave to get a bit bigger, and what I'll do is I'll double peel them, so I'll show you that when I do it later, because that's the way I think they taste best. Should we have a look at how they're looking? Beautiful little beans. I just always think it must be so comfortable to sleep inside a broad bean pod. All that sponginess. Lovely. And a few more. So the other things I want to harvest is I basically want to clear these 2 beds. They've been filled over the winter, so everything's kind of finishing. Lots of the rocket and a few turnips go into seed here. Some beautiful flowers that the bees love, so it's always worth leaving them. But there are lots of beetroots in here that have been in here for so long. I don't think they're going to grow any bigger, and they'll start getting woody if we try and leave them. They may already be a bit woody in like the texture. So I'm going to pull them all up. We've got these ones, and here we've got these are just like regular red beets, and these are the Chioggia beets that have the pink and white stripes. They're really beautiful. I'll chop some up and show you later. Probably could have done with another basket because this one is very full and these are all soily. I'll just tuck them all here for now. See, very small, but they've been in here for months, so it is time to move on This is some garlic that has just shown up out of nowhere. Yeah, we've got lots of new things to plant in here instead. A few grasses. And then this is all coriander that I also tend to leave to go to seed because I like to collect the seeds to use in cooking. They smell just amazing when they're so fresh. Look how tiny this is. It's literally been in there for months. I don't know why some of them just stayed so small. Because we did harvest quite a few from here as they got bigger. And then just these that have all stayed small. Like, why? Why did you not grow and your friends did? This big gorgeous lettuce is going to have to come up as well. That's the last one. We've had so much salad from these beds over the winter, it's been brilliant. But lettuce will start to bolt. I've found it's not really something worth growing much later into the year here because it's just too hot. All weeds, not too bad though. The raised beds for weeds are amazing compared to planting in the ground. Maybe I'll go get a basket. Starting to get cuckoo spit. Ugh. Not the cuckoo bird that you can hear, it's a little bug, I think. How gorgeous is all that from a very abandoned garden? All these beans. I think we'll boil and pickle the beetroots and the chickens can have the leaves. Maybe we'll make a little salad from them. I'll save some in the fridge and I'll come get the lettuce. Right. I should probably finish clearing this one so we can plant up the plugs. Are you going to go make dinner?
Yeah, I'll get on it.
Cool. Should have got him to put a bit at each end. Made my job harder. Are you coming to help? No. Aubergines, Veranda and Portuguese. Got these beautiful marigolds that are good companion plants to tomatoes, which we got some more of. think these are cucumbers. And I think these are Curaçao de Boy tomatoes. Iwan picked them, so I'm not entirely sure. So it's good to take off some leaves and plant them as deep as you can. You can see that this now is definitely a cucumber. This is a teeny tiny one. So this is a bed Iwan planted up a few weeks ago. It's doing really well. It's got tomatoes, peppers, lots of different types of peppers in, and some basil. It also looks like there's a rogue potato in here, or two. Don't know how they got in here, but I suppose they can stay. And yeah, I'll plant these marigolds or tagettes in here because they're good for the tomatoes. I think they deter a type of bug that likes tomatoes. And they're beautiful, so they get bonus points. This bed could have probably done with a bit more soil because the logs from the hugel culture are sticking out, but I'm sure they'll be all good. Just got a plant around it. There's lots of shooters on the tomatoes, and I can never decide whether to cut them off and just do tall long plants with supports, or just let them be the wild things that they naturally want to be. Maybe we'll do a mix and see which ones produce the most. Yeah, there's some very fat shooters on this. Do you call them shooters in tomatoes? Side shoots. They are not gun-wielding tomatoes. Right, that is 2 very happy beds. This bed is full of onions that are growing really well. I put hay on them to mulch, and that's doing quite well at stopping any weeds. There are some mushrooms in here though. And then I did put carrot seeds under here, but they have not grown, so I'm going to put some melons in here and they can grow cascade over the side. So I think these are watermelons, and I'm going to put 3 together because they've got lots of growing space, and see how that does. Is this a good idea? Let's see. Maybe I'll put one on its own in the end. So many mushrooms growing in this wet hay straw. And then finally I've got some green beans. I wasn't sure whether to just put these in the ground, but I'm going to put them in here. Good afternoon, guys. It is another gorgeous, gorgeous day here. It's almost too hot. I feel like here we either get cold or hot. There's not much in between. So yeah, I'm going to sit in the shade and pop out all these broad beans that we picked last night. Iwan is up at Nick's, giving him a hand today. So it's just me and all the animals. This deck has become such a little sanctuary. I love it on here, and especially now we're getting these hot days, it feels even better. But I have been catching up with housework today. When it rains a lot, then I tend to fall behind on the laundry, because not only is it hard to dry it, but we have to be careful with the electricity. So I've done 3 loads today. It's nice to sit down now. Diogo, why is your face all muddy? Come here. What have you been doing? Where have you been? Look at this mud. It was Iwan's birthday on Monday, and we got him this beautiful Acer tree. They're so gorgeous. We had, when we lived back in Wales, we had quite a lot of acers. Iwan was quite into bonsai trees. And then when we moved here, we bought a couple, but they just died in the summer, in the sun. They're quite hard to look after in this hot climate, but we're going to try again, because now that we've got this nice shaded area for them, hopefully they might fare a little better. But yeah, they're just such beautiful trees. So we'll keep them in pots. And hopefully we've got 3. Hopefully they survive. Oh, putting your paws in me. Hello. Come on then. So I'm just blanching the broad beans for a couple of minutes, and then I'll put them into cold water, which makes the big ones easier to peel. I like to double peel them. They taste much better in my opinion, and then I will freeze them. I've washed up the bags that the plug plants all came in because they're perfect, they're freezer bags, so I'll put them in there. Probably these teeny tiny ones are not really necessary to double peel. Yeah, I can feel the texture on these bigger ones of the outer skin feels really thick. Then inside you get this beautiful green bean. I know this seems like a lot of work, but it's so worth it because these little green beans are so tasty. They're a bit like edamame beans in kind of the flavour and texture, I find. And it's such an easy plant to grow. You just stick the beans in the ground and they grow. They're pretty unfussy, so for the ease of growing, it's then worth this bit of effort in the processing afterwards. And it's very nice and relaxing as a job to do anyway.
Bon dia everyone, as you can see I'm at Nick's house having some fun with his digger. It's already boiling hot. I won't film too much because you can pop over to his channel, Project Portugal, and check out what we're doing. It's very exciting. It'll be a mega addition to his house when it's done, so yeah, head over there, subscribe if you're not, and stay tuned for some epic projects. Anyway, back to cementing. Calor, huh?
Bit of a situation. Easy when you know how.
Really don't want to have to do this. So beautiful, but it needs to be done, unfortunately. It's not really fit for chickens, so strimmer time. think I've left this a bit too late to be using the lawnmower, unfortunately, so I think I'm going to have to get up early tomorrow morning and get trimming. Slightly annoying because it's going to rain again next week, which means the week after that it's going to all start growing again like crazy. Tedious, but it must be done.
So we're going to wind up the video here. We actually have a bonus video for you on Wednesday, so keep an eye out for that. And then next Saturday we have some quite big news to share with you guys. If you can guess what, leave a comment. It's not the land next door. I was thinking that's what most of you would guess. We still haven't heard back about that, so we'll keep you up to date when we do hear from that. But yeah, next Saturday some big news coming. And I also realised I haven't really done a tour of the inside of the cabin. It's not really finished, which is why I haven't done it, but I'll put a few shots of our room now. It's been such a game changer for our comfort. It's such a nice space to sleep in, and yeah, I've also just noticed that Iwan has run across our bed with muddy paws, so I'm going to have to strip the bed now. So please ignore that if you notice it. But thank you so much for watching, and we will see you soon. Bye.
I can't let you go, baby. I just wanna tell you that. No, 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 no. Yeah. All of my friends say, girl, you better take care. 'Cause that man is trouble, you best beware. And go deep down, I know I might be headed for teardrops. Now that you got me started